Hello, folks. Welcome back to another review and thoughts on. Alright, so, yeah, I forgot this was an A24 film, which I'm not a fan of most of their films. Really, the only film I like is The Lodge, because I thought that actually made sense with how it ended and how it even got started begin with. You have Hereditary, which I think is a horrible, boring, overrated film. You have other films like Midsummer, which I think sucks balls as well. It's just laughable, dumb characters, dumb decisions, and that. I haven't seen any other A24 films. This one I saw recently, just now, and yeah, I saw the trailer for it. Talk to Me, which is a 2022 film, but then there's releases of it being 2023. So I don't know what I'll title it in the review, but it's directed by two people. I believe written by them as well. Danny Pugh and Michael whatever. And it deals with when a group of friends discover how to conjure spirits by using an embalmed hand. They become hooked on the new on a new trend of that. And basically, one of them unleashes terrifying supernatural forces, and scary things ensue. Now, I'll say this. The acting from everyone, for the most part, is decent to alright. The lead girl who plays Mia, I thought she was fine, or pretty good for what she was, asked to do. The other characters are just either there, for the most part. I mean, I guess, in terms of likability with characters, she is sort of like, she's at first likable, but then, like, by the end, she goes a whole Anakin Skywalker, Revenge of the Sith uh, type towards the end, even Return of the Jedi a little bit. Redemption, whatever. I'm gonna try not to spoil, or go on as long in this review. But my thoughts overall of the film, I'll say it's one of the better A24 films in terms of concept of teens literally, you know, doing stupid challenges where you have pretty much it the movie treats this thing of them using this hand, this embalmed hand, this ghost hand statue of a hand, and it lets them communicate with the dead or whatever. That's an interesting concept. I never seen that done before. Um, Granted, the way it's done here is pretty interesting, but I wish they would have expanded on the whole fact that it's just not like it's just this Mia girl seeing these hallucinations of these ghosts. Like, it's not the other characters, which I think is odd. Because there's a sequence where it's a montage of them doing this over and over again at a party where they're using the hand to see ghosts and getting possessed. And they're taping it, or filming it, I should say, with their cameras. And I love that even at the beginning in the prologue or whatever, you know, uh, there's this party, this guy, I guess it's supposed to be his brother or just his friend. He tries to get his friend out of Dodge at a party, but people are filming, because nobody dares to just say, hey, that guy is about to kill you or nothing, but people just rather film the crime instead of, stepping in to try to prevent it, which sadly happens in real life, where you have groups of people seeing, bad stuff happen, they're filming it, they're not helping at all. I mean, even in schools, high schools or whatever, you'll see on Snapchat or Facebook, you'll see kids fighting each other at malls, and they post that and they're cheering it on. I don't get it. But I mean, it's depicting teens of how they act, literally in real life here. Um, so a bit accurate there, sadly. The music I did not care for in terms of the soundtrack. I guess a horror film, and it's catering to teens and all, but the whole junk of this hip hop rap crap is not. I'm not here for it. I can't deal. I can't. They even play that crap at the very end of the end credits. I'm like, oh. Thankfully, the copy I saw cut it off right at the credits, so I didn't get to hear the remarkable ending song. This movie gets a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know if it deserves that because it's not. It's not a bad film. I can't say I hated it. I don't like the ending. I think it's again the fact that like they portray the rules of this hand where you grab it and you say talk to me and you see the ghost. You have to invite it in, but all these other teens do it, and throughout the rest of the movie, only one of them actually sees or is experiencing, hallucinations of ghosts haunting them, of what we see with Mia. The other groups of people know, I guess, except the guy at the very beginning had killed his friend or whoever, and then killed himself. But other than that, like, it's just her experiencing stuff, and the other people are just around, seeing her act crazy. And I mean, you get some family, you get backstory with her and her dad. I guess her mom committed suicide or whatever, and her and her dad are distant. Um, so she's friends with this other family, pretty much a foster family in a way to her. Um, but yeah, stuff ensues with the whole. At one point, her friend's younger brother wants to join in on the fun with the hand, the ghost talking hand. So, the sister doesn't want him doing that, but then the Mia character, of course, oh, I don't want to be lame, so I don't want to see him sad, so I'll let him get possessed and possibly get harmed in the making of this. Which is what happens. He ends up, getting possessed, and he, this kid, granted, like, was this a R? Is this R rated or PG-13? I'm gonna go with R rated, but the fact like he survives like these things that happen to him, like he gets his head bashed in at one point on a desk and then on a table and then on the edge of a counter or whatever, or a dresser. And then even at the hospital when he's banged up, he bangs the back of his head against the wall, literally breaking parts of the wall, and he's still alive. I'm like, come on. So yeah, I didn't care for that whole. This kid's supposed to be, I guess, I don't know, because like multiple bangs to the head, I would assume just kills you, in the back of the head. Like you should be either, you know, in coma, which he is, but then at times he wakes up and then starts acting up. And I will say the only unsettling moment in this movie for me was the first time Mia used the ghost hand, and that was in the trailer that you saw her, bent over or whatever with the black eyes and, you know, possessed. But that scene, I'll say the first scene when she wants to use when they're at the party and, she volunteers to be the first one to get uh, possessed or whatever. I think that's the best scene in the whole movie. Really, it was simple. It was unsettling. Um, Everything else is just lame and pretty much generic jump scare or and not really likable characters. I mean, I guess her friend, uh, I forget her friend's name. What is her, but her friend's, um, or her best friend anyway. Yeah, I don't know who. I can't think of. I can't find. I'm trying to look on my phone, but I can't see her picture. So, the girl who played the best friend and the sister of the Riley character, um, I thought she was fine. She kept reminding me of Scout Taylor Compton in the face. But I don't know if maybe um, that was just the way I was seeing. No, because yeah. Oh, Jade is the character's name, Jade. But yeah, I thought she was fine. She wasn't really bad. You have other character. You have the mom, who I think is just there. That's like a lot of these characters are either just there, or actors just there and they're acting. Uh, Haley, who plays the, I guess, bully of the group, but not really. Like she's kind of like I want to say a tomboy, but not really. I wasn't sure if she was in the girls or not because of what. At first, I didn't even know if that was a girl or a guy because now they were dressed and the hairstyle, but they cleared it up as Haley. And her and the one guy, Joss, who plays the guy Joss, who's her buddy, the black guy. Those two do not experience anything supernatural alone. Like they're either experiencing it with, during the parties or whatever, or group activities. Other than that, it's just Mia seeing all this. Like everybody else is just reacting to it, or not. We don't even get to see what. Like I didn't understand that. Like they want to treat this as like a social commentary on maybe mental illness, a little bit of drug uh, addiction, which I sort of was seeing hints of that in some of the scenes with the when they do the montage of them using the ghost hand seance over and over again, and they describe it as it feels really good when they use it or whatever. So I sort of see all that. The whole, although I want to say Smile did the mental illness part a bit better, though I have problems with that movie with the ending. But I thought for the most part that part was better in Smile, whereas drug addiction, fine here, kinda, I guess. The dad of Mia, I thought was just there, although he seemed like a lost cause. He was just there as well. He reminded me of like dad Charlie in Twilight, where you kind of feel for him in a way the most, aside from Mia, because what she ends up doing towards by the end. And I know she lost her mom and she wants to communicate with her mom and all, but how about you be smart about it and not be tricked? But, but yeah, overall, I would say if you're into, supernatural ghost possession films, um, granted with a decent concept of, again, teens doing it in a way of a challenge, kinda, or addiction in a way, using it to, whatever. I would say give it a watch, and if you're into A24 films, definitely. But yeah, I would say it's fine. I wouldn't. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would watch it again. This is my point, I guess. But yeah, it seems to be getting a lot of good reviews. But yeah,